So, this is a response to especially Katie, Blaze, and Mike's videos. I haven't watched any of the others, but I definitely will. Um, I have never made a response video before, and I kind of actually had to figure out how to do it, even though it's actually really simple. I couldn't figure it out at first. And I'm wearing my lovely nerd glasses just for strength, just for solidarity. I have vlogged maybe like 5 times ever, and I'm not very good at it, and I'm not editing this because if I edit it, I'll be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning because that's what I do. So I'm just going to talk, and I'm going to talk about how nerdfighters need an outlet, and I really believe that. I've only been a part of the community for probably a year and a half, 2 years. I'm still working on watching all the Vlogbrothers videos, but I mean, I know I still feel a part of the community, and it's hard to say that to define a nerd fighter, because we like to say that if you want to be a nerd fighter, you are a nerd fighter, but then we get very, I guess not defensive, but very inclusive about who is and who isn't. Just we get very judgmental, and I mean it's human. It obviously is human. So you kind of put people through your own personal test to be like, are they really a nerd fighter, or are they just kind of thinking they want to be a nerd fighter? And a lot, and also like Blaze said about how if people are, or I think it was Katie, I can't remember now, I'm sorry, how a nerd fighter isn't just someone who just watches the videos. Like, you have to be involved in the community to be a real nerd fighter, and I guess that's what the definition is. Like, not even, like, if you want to be, you are, if you're involved in the community. I mean, the definition isn't really important, but I guess it kind of is just for our own mentalities, just to kind of not include people, exclude, that's the word, not exclude people, but include as many people as possible who want to be a part of it, but also kind of get rid of Decepticons who are masking as nerd fighters. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to say who is and who isn't and what makes a nerd fighter. I'm sorry, but anyway, going off of that, I think when I joined, the Ning was pretty much already extinct anyway, so I never even really touched it. I mean, I made an account and I did a few things on there, but I really haven't touched it. But I know that my friend Susan, she actually formed a collab channel, I'm pretty sure completely off of the Ning. And that was just in like July, August. So it is still alive in some aspects, but I don't know that it can be like completely revived because of all the trolls and Decepticons who are on there. So, I mean, yeah, maybe we do need a new place, but I definitely think we need a place. And I think it needs to be something that we can not only talk about what John and Hank are saying now, but so we can talk about things that have happened and try and bring some of one part of Nerdfighteria that still is very important to me is the philanthropy aspect of it, and us banding together to really get stuff done, like to really make change. And yeah, it's cool that we wrote a letter to the drug company for Hank, but I feel like we can do other things too, and we're not quite doing that anymore. And obviously we can't do something like with every video, because there's 3 videos a week, like, that's a lot. But I guess just doing more and being more active outside of the internet. Even, like, on our own, I guess. Like, just trying to bridge IRL and Nerdfighteria, really. Just trying to make a solid bridge between the two, and I think we need a more involved internet community to actually do that. So I definitely am in support of some kind of forum, and I think it would also help with, I think a lot of us, I have a theory at least, and so my friend kind of agrees with it, that like the more intelligent you are, the more likely you are to like have depression and that sort of thing. And I think because we are a community of people who like to think and who are nerds, we're more likely to be more intelligent and therefore more likely to have these anxiety problems, and just thinking a lot kind of does that to you, I think. So I think we need a place where we can band together and be like, maybe not complain about our lives, but complain about our lives just to feel like we're not alone. And Nerdfighter does that, but it's kind of hard to do it on Twitter. And I think blog TV shows would definitely help, but some people aren't comfortable with that. So even, hiding behind your username might really be important for some people, just to be like, to not connect all of their internet personalities. Like, I have a Twitter, I have a YouTube, and they're not the same name, and that's not a purpose. Like, I don't really mind, but some people might. So just allowing people to have their anonymity, but also to not, so they can make connections outside of the internet or not, so obviously, so then no one will go and stalk you if you don't want to be stalked. But if you do want to take that friendship offline or the next step or whatever, then you can. And I think we need a place. We really need a place. We do. I guess having a forum would be good. And I mean, I don't know. The Ning is such an interesting place because there's photos and things, there's all the submissions, and kind of a lot of that is drifted toward F yeah, and that's not a problem, but I guess we have to evaluate if we want our website to have that, like our forum site to have, like, submissions, that sort of thing, or if it's a place just for discussion. And I don't know, I think we need one. I know that much. I don't know much about web design, so I don't know what platform would be good. I mean, maybe we need someone to, we're Nerdfighteria, obviously someone can build one from the ground up, so maybe we need someone to do that, and that would really be helpful for us, so we can put in, like, all the elements that we really want to see. But obviously you're not going to make everyone happy, so I don't know if that would really work. I would like to definitely make more Nerdfighter friends. I've only made Nerdfighter friends through Twitter. That's it. Except I have 2 outside, like in IRL, I have 2 Nerdfighter friends. And then a few who are, like, on the fringes. They're like, they want to be Nerdfighters, but they're not involved in the community. So, label that how you will, I guess. And I would definitely like to have more Nerdfighter friends, and the people that I've met on Twitter to kind of, like, expand friendships. And, like, once you get to know someone, it's harder to do it through Twitter, but, like, then you can be like, oh, let's be Facebook friends. But, like, if it doesn't progress in that way, it might be good to have the step of the forum to be like, oh, I met you on the forum, and now I kind of know something about you because we discussed this, and it was really interesting. And, we have a lot of thoughts. We really do. And the forum is definitely the way to get them out. And I think it's a good way to be flexible, so again, so people can have anonymity if they want it. Or, do we want a place where that links together everything? Do we want, like, a Tumblr sort of thing? We have a Tumblr, but, like, what do we want in it? Do we want video submissions? Is F yeah the place for that? Are we keeping the 2 separate? Does F yeah just need a forum attached to it? Like, what do we need? How are we going to quantify that? I'm open-minded. I will put in my 2 cents somewhat, but not, like, really, don't feel really strongly like, oh my gosh, we have to have, we need to have a place for people to submit things, or we don't need it. I don't feel strongly about that. I just feel strongly about the fact that we definitely need a place. And place to share Horcruxes, to talk about Harry Potter, to talk about whatever. We need a new Ning, I guess. I don't know what to say. Can we really revive the Ning? Do we want to try? Should we do that? Is it okay that John and Hank were more involved with the Ning, so do we want to, like, hold on to that and just revive the Ning? Or do we just say, okay, this is us kind of, as a community, not stepping away from John and Hank, but realizing that they've kind of gone in a different direction, and again, that's not a bad thing, but we want to stay together as a community and as the Nerdfighter, more than just watchers of John and Hank community, and this is our new place for it. So if they want to communicate with us through it, that's great. If not, then okay. So I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm in a hotel and it's kind of awkward. And yeah, I just hope that we can make this happen. And thank you very much, Katie and Blaze and Mike Lombardo and everyone, just thank you for giving me the courage to make this video and for making your videos, because you've really got the discussion going, and I think more and more people will get it going, and DFTBA.